Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this, another quick little video today, we're going to be talking about how Buccaneers wide receiver Breshad Perriman has returned to the team for the team's final 2 games of the regular season. If you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button if you do enjoy these types of videos, and leave your thoughts about Breshad Perriman returning to the team down in the comment section below. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this news to drop, Breshad Perriman to finally make his return to the team. He has missed the last 2 games due to being placed on the illness list. And I feel that, personally, he has been sorely missed. I think that the Buccaneers wide receiver room has been absolutely decimated by injuries and players being placed on the illness list. Breshad Perriman being one of those players, it definitely left that wide receiver room lacking in terms of overall depth. And of course, in the Buccaneers' first game without Breshad Perriman versus the New Orleans Saints, that game, got out of hand in regards to injuries and whatnot. Chris Godwin went down, Mike Evans went down, Leonard Fournette went down, and Perriman wasn't there as well. So the Buccaneers were basically down to, guys along the lines of, and Antonio Brown wasn't there either, by the way. So it was guys like Jalen Darden, Tyler Johnson, and Scotty Miller, which I like all of those guys, but, they haven't been able to make the most of their opportunities. Then in the Buccaneers' most recent game versus the Carolina Panthers, Antonio Brown made his return. He had a fantastic game, getting over 100 receiving yards. We also saw some more, really big moments from Cyril Grayson, a guy who's been on and off this team for the past couple of seasons, on practice squads, on the active roster. He came through in a big way versus the Carolina Panthers, not just as a receiver, but also as, kind of a end-around jet sweep type of runner and a blocker as well. People forget Cyril Grayson had a fantastic block on the Keshawn Vaughn 55-yard touchdown run. But aside from Antonio Brown, aside from Cyril Grayson, in the absence of guys like Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, there hasn't really been another wide receiver to step up in a big way. This is where I feel there could be a lot of opportunities for Breshad Perriman to shine here versus the New York Jets and versus the Carolina Panthers as well. It's a very similar situation that Perriman found himself in back in 2019 when Mike Evans suffered an injury, Chris Godwin suffered an injury. There's about 4 games of the regular season where Breshad Perriman was the number 1 wide receiver to finish out the year, and he did fantastic. Could we see a similar type of efficiency in production here at the end of this season? I think it's definitely possible. It seems like Tom Brady has developed a little bit more chemistry with Breshad Perriman. He's even got a nickname for the guy now, BP, which I know is kind of a little bit of a lazy nickname, but still it's a nickname nonetheless. And whenever you look at Perriman and what he's going to bring, to this wide receiver room in his return, you look at the blocking, you look at the deep threat ability, you look at the overall balance that Perriman is going to bring in that wide receiver room, and I think it's actually going to be a very, very big boost to this wide receiver core, again, in the absence of Evans and Godwin. Moving forward, at least in terms of week 17, I would expect Antonio Brown at the 1, probably Breshad Perriman at the 2, and then maybe you throw Cyril Grayson in there, although the coaching staff may want to get guys like Scotty Miller, Tyler Johnson, and Jalen Darden more opportunities if they are available. But in my opinion, man, hey, if you're rolling with Antonio Brown, Breshad Perriman, and Cyril Grayson, those are the 3 guys who have proven themselves most recently in this wide receiver room besides the obvious guys there. So I really think that would, should be your starting 3 if we're going off of, recent, prove it type of mentality there. So I'm excited for Breshad Perriman's return. I think that he is going to add a good amount of depth and starting ability for the Buccaneers' final 2 regular season games versus the New York Jets and versus the Carolina Panthers as well. And hey, once Mike Evans is back and, the Buccaneers get into playoff type games, Breshad Perriman is still going to be a very, very valuable depth piece. I think a lot more than what people are going to realize, because Perriman is going to be that number 3 wide receiver after Evans and Brown in the playoffs. So his return even has implications on the playoffs when Perriman, I still think, is going to get a very fair amount of starting opportunities in those playoff games. So all in all, I think that this is some very, very great news. What do you guys think of Breshad Perriman returning to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after missing 2 games? What do you think his impact is going to be, not just for the remainder of the regular season, but for the playoffs as well? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.